Tactical Tuesday. A time where I go over a tactic that may be something to think about when you're deck crafting or playing in games. If you enjoy these types of videos, do consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that notification bell for future content. For today's Tactical Tuesday episode, BT7, otherwise known as the Next Adventure or Hybrid format, gives you more freedom when it comes to memory efficiency. In previous formats, memory choking was a very common thing, evoing into a rookie in the raise and setting your opponent to 1 or 2 memory via digivolving into a champion. But the hybrid format? Nah dude, I'm going to digivolve into this rookie in the raise and slap down this 3-cost or 4-cost tamer and give you some memory to work with. Or, slap down this Bokomon to find some hybrids and tamers and give you 3 memory to work with. You're passing 3 or 4 memory to your opponent the first turn. Granted, in this format, many of your opponents are also playing hybrid decks, meaning they'll likely digivolve in their raise on their rookie, slap down Bokomon for 3 memory, then slap down a 3-cost tamer and give you 3 memory back. In the grand scheme of things though, tamers are very protected right now for the fact that there's not a lot of ways you can touch them. But this is also why I developed anti-meta green control to counter the present meta. With 3 memory, there's a lot that green can do. And with BT5 Argomon, you can actually punish your opponent playing too many tamers. In the present deck building, there's a lot of focus on getting your hybrid searchers, Bokomon and or Neemon out for maximizing value on your hybrids and tamers. Like I said, with tamers being an untouchable resource, except by a handful of cards. Seriously, unless you're playing Devimon all delete, there's really not a lot of tamer destruction. But in playtesting, blue and yellow seem to be one of the few decks that will slap down their 4-cost tamers early on. Having 4 memory is a lot, but also a great way to force your opponent to critically think about what cards to play, considering you are now memory fixed. The secondary advantage is that with Davis Motomiya, you can add a card to your hand off the top 3 that's blue. And with yellow, Tige Takashi gives you the most knowledge of your security. Knowing your security has the advantage of adding more security or start pulling valuable assets like Jet Sophimon or Seraphimon to use later. For blue, that Davis can easily be a +1 for blue hybrids in the form of Strabimon or Korikakumon. Hell, maybe even the 1-of for a Zulongmon. In the hybrid mirror match, they may play Bokomon, but if they don't slap down their own Davis Motomiya, you have some advantage knowing that they didn't fully utilize their memory that turn. In the first couple sets of Digimon, you typically find your opponent raising an egg, going into one of their powerful rookies with amazing inheritables before passing you 1 or 2 memory. Honestly, this did not change in the 1.5 format, Great Legends, or Battle of Omni, and only in later sets were you playing in the raise before actually pushing it out safely for lethal. With Double Diamond, this is where more and more players became more confident with playing certain cards in their opening turns. Here, you'd probably evo into that Agumon or Gabumon, then slap down a tamer to pass the turn. And now with Next Adventure, that whole concept of memory choking seems to have completely gone out the window. Don't get me wrong, previous formats had its moments with Mega Zoo, but handing 3 memory early on just feels like a mistake. Additionally, with Bokomon being one of the common cards played in hybrid decks, not really are you giving your opponent 3 memory, but rather 5 memory if they decide to evo into a hybrid for 2, then gain 2 memory off of Bokomon's effect. Are you still considerate of memory choking in this format? Or are you scared of handing your opponent even 1 with Bokomon on board? How does it affect your deck, or decks if you're playing multiple? Let me know in the comments below. This is DIGI-PANDA, logging out.